Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are listening from around the world. Welcome to the Daily Market Summary for today. If you're just joining the channel, thank you for doing so. I greatly appreciate it. And the schedule of events, if I can run you through the schedule of events, if you're new to the channel, every day by 9:30 a.m. West African time, there's a pre-market video. Pre-market is before the market opens, the Nigerian equities market that is. About 3 hours after that, there's the midday trading day update video. And then by 6 p.m. West African time, this is what you're going to be watching right about now. I have a summary of the day's activities on the NGX. As always, please note that this is not financial or trading or personal finance advice. I know the finance people listening might wonder, why do you have to break it down into finance, trading, personal finance and trading and all that? But it's important because my core audience, a large sect of my audience, they are not finance people. So it's important we must make things as granular as possible. And in case you're wondering, why do people say so? It's simply because individuals are unique in their own financial circumstances. So you can't base your investment decisions based on what people say, because they are not privy to your personal finances, and you're not also privy to the entirety of their thought process. So it's important we get that right. How did the market do today? The way you assess the broad general performance of the market is, what did the all share index do? The all share index gained 0.29% today. The index measures the average performance of the stocks in the exchange. So on average, stocks were up 0.29%. Second trading day for the week, market is up for the second trading day of the week. I bet slightly, the gains were slightly tinier. Yesterday, being Monday, we had what? 0.3% gain. Today, 0.29. I mean, that's not bad. So we can say we're off to a great start this week. But that's the average. Some stocks will do better than the average, and some stocks will do worse than the average. And that takes me to where we are. The gainers and losers for the day. Leading the gainers for the day was Regency Alliance Insurance, Regalins, or Regalins. That's the ticker symbol. Up 10%. You might attribute this to the momentum following the lifting of the suspension. I know that the stock also traded large volumes. 30.9 million shares were traded. Now, next, in terms of gainers, closely following Regency Alliance Insurance was Mikio. Mikio back above at the 20 naira mark, closed 20 naira, 21 naira 60 kobo, up 9.92%. E-Transact is in the tech space, gained 9.73% to close at 12 naira 40 kobo. Dark Communications up 9.57%. And in case you are wondering what Darcom does, Darcom is the parent company of the popular. If you're in Nigeria or have been in Nigeria or follow Nigerian media, you very likely would know the AIT television station as well as Ray Power Radio. So that is a parent company to those entities. Deep Capital rounds up the top five gainers with a 9.52% gain to close at 1 naira and 84 kobo. On the losing end of things, Unilever down 9.79% to close at 63 naira and 15 kobo. FTN Cocoa Agri-Space down 9.4% to close at 5 naira 40 kobo. Ella Lakes, also in the agri-space, oil palm space in particular, fell 8.76% to close at 13 naira and 2 kobo. Link Ashore down 6.85% to close at 2 naira and 4 kobo, while Burger Paints rounds up the top five losers with a 6.33% decline to close at 35 naira and 50 kobo. Let's move over to the most actively traded stocks by volume. FCMB actually led in terms of volume, and it also led in terms of value. Now, volume is the quantum of shares traded, the number of shares traded, while value is the worth of shares traded. Now, let's start with volumes. FCMB with 202.4 million shares traded. Universal Insurance, a distant second with 63.1 million shares traded. First Holdco takes the third position, 44.2 million shares. First Holdco, by the way, is the parent company of the popular First Bank of Nigeria. Regency Alliance Insurance, as I said earlier, traded 30.9 million shares. Strong momentum, I think, post suspension lifting momentum. Access Corporation rounds up the top five by volume with 26.1 million shares. Access Corporation, in case you're wondering, is the parent company of the popular Access Bank. Now, moving over to value, FCMB with 2.09 billion shares traded, GTCO 1.5 billion shares traded, FESOCO 1.3 billion shares traded, MTN Nigeria 800 million shares traded, and Access Corporation with 676.4 million shares traded. So an audio version of this podcast will be up about the same time, 6 p.m. If you can, do check it out, because I tend to record the audio version after I do the video. And so if anything breaks after the video goes up, after I've scheduled the video, I cover it in the audio side of things. I also would probably have more content on audio compared to video, because I must say I'm pushing the boundaries in the sense. So I'm pushing the limits of content that goes out. I don't think there are many people in this space who are pushing 3-4 videos every day. So I wish I could do more. I know someone said I shouldn't say I wish and I can't, and maybe I don't have the time, but that is the reality of things. Anyone who knows me will know I am frank to a fault. I am limited by algorithms to the amount of content I can push on YouTube. But Spotify doesn't give me that limits. I think I tried it that once before. There was some weekends I do 4-5 Spotify episodes. So if you're not following on Spotify and everywhere else you find the audio, you're missing out a great deal as well. You can also find content on greentickertales.com. Thank you for staying so far. Don't forget, again, please like, share, subscribe. Questions, comments, you can drop them in the comment section. You can send an email to info@greentickertales.com. I will see you tomorrow, God willing, in the pre-market video. Have yourselves a lovely, lovely, lovely rest of the day ahead.